you, can you just share the title of your chapter and how did you come up with that title?
My chapter is chapter 2, and I titled it The Sun Will Shine Again. And the premise came from how I felt when I lost Jayde, which of course my chapter is about Jayde and my granddaughter. And it was just how dreary everything seemed. I write in the chapter about how it seemed like everything went to black and white. I was no longer seeing things in color. I could no longer hear the birds sing. The sky was gray and everything just seemed like it was in black and white and depressing. If you think of a rainy, cold winter day, that is how every day felt to me, just gray and dreary.
Okay, so that's how we got The Sun Will Shine Again. Love that the title itself just gives people hope, and
Right.
encouragement because the sun will shine again. So, why would you think someone should buy the book and read your chapter?
Because I know loss, whether it is a person or that's a loss, it could be a job, it could be a circumstance that someone loses. You feel like life is done. It's like, where do I go from here? I don't even feel like going on from here. But to read the chapter, you find that even in the most difficult circumstance, even when you're at your worst and you're feeling like you don't have enough energy to even put one foot in front of the other, there is purpose. When God kept waking me up every day,
Yeah.
every single day, in spite of what I felt,
Yeah.
until finally I said that he left me here. I'm still here every morning. I'm still getting up. He's still waking me up
How
every
about
day.
that?
Exactly. And finally, it was like a light bulb going off for myself saying, okay, what are you going to do with it? You're here for a purpose. He keeps waking you up every day for a purpose. Some folks didn't get up.
Yeah.
Jayde didn't get up,
Yeah.
but you are getting up. So what are you going to do with the day in front of you? And
Uh,
I had to make a decision. And it is an action that you have to take
mhm.
to get up and to decide, I'm going to do something. And there is purpose in spite of any pain, any circumstance, anything that you're facing. There is purpose in it.
Mhm.
And it is for us to look forward. And when you open yourself up to hear what God is saying and to look forward and to listen, you'll find your purpose. And you'll also realize that the sun will shine again, that you'll start noticing that the sun is shining,
Yeah.
that the birds are singing, and the leaves are green and they're beautiful. And there is all kind of things out here for you, but you have to decide to go forward. And there is purpose. There is purpose. So
Yeah.
I hope that anyone who reads my chapter is encouraged and they're in that spot where they feel like they can't go on. I hope they read it and determine that they can go forward and there is purpose for them.
Do you remember, Rhonda, what that day was like when you first started to see the sun again?
It was a beautiful sunny day, actually, but my world was dreary and I felt so, I guess I don't know, maybe depressed. And I said, God, I need help. And I asked him, I cried out and I'm like, please help me. I need help. It didn't happen right then, but something took root and my purpose started taking root. I'm going to do something, maybe start an organization. I have to do something. And once I got into that mode, all of a sudden I'm sitting there on my laptop and I'm working away and I'm researching and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do.
Mm.
And all of a sudden I realized I felt better, I felt lighter.
Yeah.
The room seemed lighter. Everything around me seemed lighter. I didn't realize it, but I was so busy in my purpose I was feeling better, but I hadn't put a name to it to say, I'm feeling better. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there, TV's on and laptops on. I'm like, I feel better. I feel like I can go on. I feel like I have a purpose. I didn't feel like something was done to me. I felt like now I'm participating in the world again. And I didn't feel like I was participating. I felt like a spectator looking at everyone enjoy their world.
Yeah, while you were going through yours. What is coming up for me as you're talking about your purpose and how you felt
Mhm.
lighter, like in your purpose, is just how powerful purpose is.
Right.
Like purpose trumps pain. In
Yes.
fact, it's the pain that helps to push us to purpose. And I
Right.
think that is just so phenomenal in your story that you actually discovered purpose in the midst of such deep pain in losing Lady Jayde. Was there a time, Rhonda, where you ever felt like saying no to God going through this journey?
Oh, absolutely. When he first dropped in my spirit, and it was not long after that day that I cried out for help. Now, mind you, this is something I asked God for. I asked him to help me. And he put in my spirit, he was like, start an organization. And my immediate answer to him was no. I don't know anything about starting an organization. So it was no. And I tried to get other people to convince me no was the answer, but I said they weren't cooperating. They kept saying,
They didn't
I was
join.
like the bandwagon. I was trying to get them to join. I told them, this is what I'm thinking. And I kept hearing, go for it. And I'm like, that's not the answer I'm looking for. So I went to the next person. I went to a couple of people waiting for that confirmation. I always say that I've been like Jonah. Me and that whale would have been in. We're not going to Nineveh. We're not going to Nineveh. That's not in my plan. But God was telling me he had given it to me. I asked for help. He was giving me help, but I was going in the opposite direction. I was waiting to hear what I wanted to hear until finally I couldn't run from it any longer. And once I did, I understood when people talked about purpose. I didn't realize I had never experienced purpose until then. Now I understand when people say they're working in their purpose, I understand. I'm not exhausted. I'm not tired. My brain is constantly thinking of things and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I never understood that before. And it took my loss, my grief, and asking God for help that I discovered this is my purpose. Now I understand.
And so, what a gain is that?
Oh my goodness, what a gain. What a gain to wake up every day and feel like you're here for a reason and not just taking up space, not just to go to work, not just to wake up, eat breakfast, eat lunch, watch a little TV, go to sleep and do it all again. And I said, no, I wake up every day and I have something to do and I need to get to it.
How about that?
I don't want anyone to think it's easy. It is not. It is a process. It is not overnight. But my advice is keep persevering, keep moving. Every day that you get up, no matter what your loss is, you're getting up for a reason. And when you get up every day for a reason, even if you don't understand at that moment, ask God, what is it that he wants to do with me? I believe in my heart and I know I've seen it for myself. He's going to answer, but you have to be ready to receive.
Amen. Thank you so much, Rhonda. This has been amazing. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Stay tuned for more of our authors. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Coaching the whole person and going higher together with life coach and minister Michelle.